Melanie Jongsma, publisher of the Lansing Journal. The Lansing Journal is Lansing's only newspaper, and we work hard to keep our diverse community informed and connected. Even though Thanksgiving is somewhat late this year, it did sort of sneak up on me, and I think that's because I have so many things to be thankful for. There is a lot going on at the Lansing Journal, and so this week's video is sort of a Thanksgiving roundup. And I want to start with the biggest and most recent reason I have for giving thanks at the Lansing Journal, and that is the arrival of Carole Sharwarko.
Melanie, thank you so much. I'm thankful to be here.
Yes, we are so glad to have you. If you watched our earlier video this week, you saw Carole in her role as a reporter for the Lansing Journal, covering Thornton Township, so to speak. But you might not realize that Carole is actually taking on the role that Josh Bootsma used to hold, the role of Managing Editor. And we are glad to have her.
I'm really excited to start this new position. I'm so thankful to be back in local journalism after a short break. But journalism is my passion and my heart, and really what I'm most interested in. And I love local journalism. I'm a resident of the south suburbs, over in Homewood. So know Lansing a bit, so anxious and excited to learn more about this village and all its people and the stories that we find here in the community.
It's jumped in already. And before we talk more about that, let me just also acknowledge that we are thankful for Josh, and we are thankful with Josh, because he and his wife did have a little baby boy, beautiful little baby. His name is Oliver.
Oh, so wonderful. Congratulations, Josh and family.
I spoke to Josh just this morning to make sure he was okay with us talking about him on this video. He said fine. We're excited for him. Here they are entering into the holiday season with a new little baby. So his mind is on that, and we're thrilled for them. Everybody's healthy. Just hooray, Josh and family. We're excited for you.
What a magical time that'll be for him and his family with the newborn and the holidays. So, and I'm thankful for the awesome groundwork that Josh has laid with the Journal. He was a very hardworking managing editor, and certainly was really familiar and it seems very well respected among people in the community, and certainly by you, Melanie. You've spoken so highly of Josh as well. So big shoes to fill. But
you and I have talked about how we want to make sure people realize Carole is not the new Josh. She's taking on that role, but everybody at the Lansing Journal, our freelancers, our staff, everybody brings different skills to the job that they're doing, and the roles kind of adapt to fit those skills. So Carole will be doing some different things that Josh didn't do. She might not be doing some things that Josh did do, and we're gonna figure that out as we go along. So Carole and Josh are two separate people. They're both awesome.
Thank you.
They can both be awesome.
Well, I see it as the next step in growth for the Journal and an evolution, and hopefully, Josh laid such great groundwork that I can pick up from and add to as well. So excited to bring my experience as a journalist. I have about 20 years of experience reporting in the south suburbs, lived in the south subs my whole life. I love its people and its stories, and everything that makes it the rich cultural tapestry that it is. It really
Beautiful.
is. Yeah, people who don't know the south subs, they just don't know.
They don't know what they're missing.
True.
And Carole started last week while I was out of the office, which kind of ties nicely into another thing that I'm thankful for. I was at the Medill Media Innovation and Leadership Academy. I spent a week on campus at Northwestern University and just had my brain crammed full of new knowledge. And I'm excited about that, and I'm grateful for that opportunity. I met new people, I learned things that I didn't even know I needed to know. So you were talking about the next stage of the Lansing Journal's growth. I think those classes that I was in will help bring us to that next stage as well. And related to that, this Medill opportunity is made possible because there is a growing interest in supporting local news. More and more people are aware of the crisis in local news and how so many communities, even right around us, do not have adequate news coverage, and things go wrong when towns don't have newspapers.
Absolutely. And, it's been kind of the evolution of the news industry, the newspaper industry, and the great groundswell that it's experiencing of organizations, businesses, governments, and residents really seeing the value and being reminded of the value of local newspapers, both for the lovely features and local events and things that they bring to light, but also some of the reporting and some of the watchdog functions that local newspapers do as well. So it's a big transition. I started at the Star newspaper, which is now since defunct, but I'm sure a lot of your readers will remember the Star. It was very popular in the southeast suburbs, as we call them there. And so I've seen things change, and I find it really exciting what's going on right now with organizations like Medill and other organizations that you're affiliated with and others we've heard about, putting their money where their mouth is, so to speak, and saying local newspapers are important and we're going to invest in them.
Yes, that's so important. And so they're investing money. There's new philanthropy involved in local journalism. They're also investing their own expertise, their own teaching and resources, so that little news operations like the Lansing Journal can figure out how to be a business, what kind of infrastructure we need, so that we will last long term, which is what I want.
And my side of that now is helping Melanie to continue to grow the journalism, working with some of our wonderful freelancers who are already doing great work to possibly expand, their coverage, get more in depth with stories. I'm excited to get in depth with some stories as well, and do some of the reporting that really makes me excited to be a journalist, and I think really shows the power of local journalism.
Yeah, and I also want to say thank you to all of the freelancers who have been with us. All of them just bring their own interest in local news, their own interest in this community, their own interest in writing and telling stories, and just a great group of people to work with. I'm excited for you to be able to meet them.
I'm excited too. I'm already communicating with them a lot via email, and they suggest stories, they have ideas, they take photos as well, in addition to interviewing people, being at the places too.
Right.
They're not sitting at their desks, they're out at the meetings, they're out at the sports games, interviewing people, and then doing the writing as well. So it's really, we're reliant on them. They're really the core of our operation,
Right.
And what we're able to do. So I'm so thankful for those freelancers as well. I can't wait to meet them all. I'm such a people person too, and love getting to know.
In case you couldn't tell.
Love getting to know everyone. So I love working with freelancers, and they're such dynamic people, because often they're doing other things in their lives.
Right.
They have other jobs, other responsibilities, but they have that passion, they have that thing inside of them that just makes them want to go out, collect stories, tell the stories.
Yeah.
And that's something that unites us as journalists. So it's really exciting. It's really exciting.
We were talking about philanthropy and community support, which is also so important.
Yeah.
And this community has supported the Lansing Journal since the day we started. Like, I didn't have to start asking for money. People started sending it in after they got that first print edition that arrived in the mail around their porch.
Yeah.
And they started writing checks and sending it in. And we've built on that over the years. We have more support now than we ever have before. We still need more, and I was slow to realize that we need more because we want people like Carole. We want more reporters. We need more staff to really give our town and our surrounding community the coverage it deserves. And that's why we're doing this matching gift fundraiser campaign right now.
Yeah.
It started just this week. And so I'm also thankful for the 3 local businesses who supplied those matches.
Yeah.
They gave a total of $7,000, 3 local businesses.
That's amazing.
As a match. So in order to get that $7,000, we need to raise $7,000, and then we'll get 14. I know! But thank you to them, and thank you to the people who have already responded to that match. We are 40% there.
That's incredible.
48.9 or something percent there.
It's so wonderful.
And it's only been running for a few days. So this community has always come through. They came through last year when we had a match and blew my socks off. And I'm eager to have my socks blown off again this year.
Well, it's exciting because I think that, they're not just giving to you, they're not just giving to the Journal, but they're really showing their commitment to local coverage and local journalism, and they're seeing value in that. There are lots of fundraising appeals these days. There's certainly lots of things to spend your money on, and the fact that they're putting their money, their hard-earned money toward the Journal shows that they really see value in it.
So a lot of them are including little notes when there's a place on the form where you can include a note as you give your gift, and a lot of them are saying things like, I read the Lansing Journal every morning with my first cup of coffee. Thank you for your coverage of Thornton Township. Nobody wants to go to those meetings themselves, so they appreciate that we go and report on them. And just coverage of local businesses opening and unique people in the community, just all those things that make a community, and people appreciate that, and I love reading those notes. So I'm thankful for the community support that this newspaper has always enjoyed, and we are looking forward to growing and continuing to serve.
Those messages are so meaningful to us. Melanie shares them with me, and I'm just try not to tear up too much. I'm I can't cry over everything. But really, those messages are just so meaningful, and that is it. That's the goal of the
We know
work.
we're serving.
Yes.
We know we're making a difference.
That's the culmination, or the show of the work that we do, is that we're connecting with people. And not just that they're appreciative, but that we know that we're giving something. Right? We're adding that value to their morning, to their knowledge, to their life. So it's a privilege to be able to do that. So I'm thankful for that privilege, and I'm thankful for everyone who trusts us to share their stories with us.
It's a big deal.
To give their name in an interview and trust us with their words. It is a big deal, and we take it seriously, and it's a privilege and an honor to do, and we're just glad to keep doing it.
So yeah, that is those are some of the things that Carole and I are feeling thankful for this week heading into Thanksgiving. It's hard to believe Thanksgiving is here.
It really is.
What a year we've had. The Lansing Journal has been through a lot in this past year, and the future is bright.
We're excited to see the growth in the new year as we already look into 2025. We're already making plans for next year, absolutely. And so, yeah, we're excited to see that growth. And yeah, Thanksgiving really did creep up on me too this year. But certainly a lot of things to be thankful for.
Yes. So thank you for reading every day, and for watching these videos, and for welcoming Carole. We've seen your comments on her previous video, and it's just heartwarming to see the community already welcoming her, and I personally am excited to have her on board and to get her up to speed and get her out there telling your stories. So thank you for making it possible for us to hire Carole, for just your encouraging words and
All the support.
your trust, your support,
Yeah.
all of that. It's often overwhelming to be in service to this community and to receive the support that we do. And I'm feeling it this Thanksgiving. So thank you so much. Blessings on you and your Thanksgiving with your families, whatever your traditions are, in whatever way you celebrate the holiday. And as we all enter into the holiday season, we are thankful for you, and we look forward to seeing you again next week.
Thank you.